With just a few games left in the season now, would you believe me if I told you that we've somehow managed to worm our way into a hunt for the Champions League places? Hello and welcome back to Unemployed to Legend episode 9 Club 2 with Dundee United. My name is Craig and coming up in today's video we have two of the final three games this season. Home against Hibernian and away against Rangers. Two clubs who are around us in the league split. Most notably because Rangers are the ones that we are chasing for that last Champions League slot. Now since you were last with me, I really should have showed you a game after that Livingston game because we, apart from a couple of draws and defeats here and there, we kind of went on a tear against a lot of teams in this league. We smashed St Mirren's 6-1 in the game directly after Livingston. We did get knocked out of the Scottish Cup in the quarterfinals, but that was against Celtic after extra time, so we had to take them to the limit. We managed to draw against Rangers, and unfortunately our two defeats were against Celtic. One game before the league split, and then the first game after the league split, because the Scottish FA, I guess, is just cruel to us. But that does mean, you've probably seen in the league table already, in the Premiership we sit third, 1 point behind second place, and we're 3 points in front of Hibernian. Now Hibernian are the first game that we play today, so a win against them effectively will guarantee us top 3, which will mean at least Europa League. We've guaranteed the top 5 already because Motherwell fell off very, very hard, so we have European football for next season. It's just a question of which competition we are going to be in the qualifying rounds for, and it is going to be the qualifying rounds regardless, because Scotland is not that high in the European coefficients table, which determines like the qualification places for each country. So let's get into the first game of the episode. As mentioned, Hibernian at home, who have had a deep run in the Europa League, was it? They were in the quarterfinals and they have been dumped. I mean, literally dumped. 6-0 at the hands of Tottenham. They won the home leg but just got absolutely crushed in the away leg, which is a bit of a shame, but their run in the Europa League will hopefully do great things for Scotland's coefficients, so that they can hopefully get some more better European placings for future seasons, because we don't want to have to go through the qualifying rounds every single time. But this is going to be the 11 that we're going to send out. Okonkwo is in goal in place of the injured Josh Vickers. Okonkwo has done fairly well when he's been in goal, so hopefully that will continue here today. A back four: Strapp, Morrison, Edwards and Curtis. In fact, where's O'Connor? I think I'd rather O'Connor in defence instead of Ryan Edwards. Christopher Wu is unfortunately injured. I think it's just behind my head. He's out for another 5 to 11 days with abdominal strain, so effectively he's out for the rest of the season, which is a bit of a shame. He's been in good form for us. Wintle and O'Donnell at the base in the midfield, with Johnston, Banjiki on the wings. Ramon Enriquez, who has been a revelation in attacking midfield. It seems like he hasn't always performed, but 5 goals and an assist in 10 league appearances. For a player who's settling in, I can't ask for much more than that. And of course, the goal scoring machine that is Johnny Kenny up front, who has been sharing goal scoring duties with Ross Stewart, who has been scoring a fair few goals when he has played, which is excellent. Jamari Clark has been injured for the last 3 months, for 6 weeks of the last 3 months, so he's only literally just coming back in, which is good because he is a very good goal scorer himself. He scores hat-tricks when needed. It's important to make the most of our home advantage. I agree with that. But the upturn in form, a lot of it has been at home. We have got away victories as well, but a lot of the home matches we've been trying to make the most of, certainly going attacking wise, because we just need to attack teams at home. We're the ones who need to set the standard, and I'm thankful it has been working, and I hope that continues here. I hope they actually show that for you. It works here today, because I noticed on camera they are a little bit shy, aren't they? We saw that against Livingston. But with Hibernian and Rangers in our matches today, we will see what happens. I'm not sure what I would expect out of the Rangers match. They are obviously still going to be stronger than us. But Hibernian, I'm a little bit more hopeful. I just hope the boys actually perform. That's what I'm just hoping for the most. I have to remember we do have the second match. It's only 3 days after this match, so there is going to be a bit of squad rotation, which is a bit awkward as Ramon wins the ball there. He's got a player free. Oh, you should have passed it over, man, to Kenny. Oh my god. Just the link up isn't quite there yet. Ramon is still settling in. So the ball was played out to Curtis. I've just realised I'm on the sideline view, aren't I? What? I've been using that because it's easier for me to see what the team are actually doing, but I know for episodes it's probably better to be TV broadcast. If there's a preference of what's it called again, a camera view, just let me know, because then we can just use whichever one, sideline or TV. But I reckon TV you'll probably see a little bit more. But sideline, I see more of what of how the tactic is actually playing out. Strap with the corner here. He crosses it in, and that is a beautiful header by Liam Morrison. He is back in the starting lineup finally in the last few matches, and he's actually been performing okay. He's been under the radar, but that's the first time he's literally put his head above the radar, and he's bagged us a goal for it just before half time. Dundee United 1, Hibernian 0. It's normally Darragh O'Connor who's at the corners there, or Christopher Wu, but obviously Wu injured. So we needed Morrison to step up. Yes, we can take even more control of this match. I think we've got another gear in us, which we will absolutely need. Let's just keep the boys motivated for the second half and go and seal this win. Free kick to Hibernian, and that is a good save by Okonkwo. He's a good little shot stopper. He makes himself big when he comes out of the goal, which is exactly what I need from a goalkeeper. Corner is swung in and is just about headed out, but not very far. But thankfully the highlight is over. Vickers is a good goalkeeper, and I do like him. He can do the sweeper keeper role decently well. Also, model citizen. You want those in your team. But at the same time, Okonkwo is this big, huge unit. At least that's how I imagine him. He doesn't even have a face. Kenny is through here, and Kenny has slotted in the back of the net. He's managed to stay onside for once. He goes offside way too often. There's no chance of that here. It is 2-0 Dundee United. Off the free kick from Strap as well into Wintle. And it's O'Donnell who plays the lovely through ball. He's much happier now, is O'Donnell, because nobody came in to meet his release clause back in January. So after the transfer window ended, he just came to me and said, yeah, he's happy to stay. And he's been able to perform ever since, which is excellent news. 72 minutes gone, we are going to make a substitution, well, a few substitutions. O'Connor is going to go off for Edwards, get an experienced head at the back. Darnell Johnson is going to go at right back for Curtis. O'Donnell is actually very tired, so what we're going to do, Mane is going to go in midfield. Mane himself has actually come back from injury. In the last 2-3 weeks, he's just been building match fitness. And that's what we're going to do so far. We're going to make 3 subs. Not going to do all 5 at once. I think that's absolutely mad. Completely upsets the team horrendously. But Hibernian do start with the ball. If Johnson can clear that, thank you very much. Into Banjiki. We've just given the ball away there, and Edwards, luckily his positioning is actually half decent to just clear up the ball. There is Mane into Kenny. Play it over out wide, because Johnson should be out wide, but he plays it out to Banjiki, into Kenny, and Kenny with his 35th goal of the season. Beautiful balls towards the box. I want the balls out wide. Banjiki is always out wide for us, thankfully. Even though Johnston could have easily played out to Strap. Look how much space he was out there. But Banjiki, who is now a genuine wonder kid, according to Next Gen 50, number 27 on the list. He's our first one of the save. And Kenny slots the ball home for a goal 35 this season. I was about to make the last 2 substitutions. We will do that after this highlight. We'll just drop down to positive as well. There's no point killing everybody, especially with Rangers coming up in 3 days. We want a few players to be rested, including Ramon, who's going to come off for Fauna, and Kenny is going to go off for Ross Stewart. That means I know Banjiki is going to be tired, as well as Liam Morrison, Lewis Strap, and Johnston as well. Although Johnston, we can swap him out, I think, for Ross Stewart for the next match. Banjiki we'll have to see, but I just want to give some of my players, good save by the keeper there. I just want to give some of my players a chance to just rest. Rangers is going to be a very big match for us, and it is away from home. It is at Ibrox. But still, we go there hopefully with some confidence. In fact, we will go there with some confidence against the Rangers side, who have been slipping up recently. But that's a very good victory for us. 3-0 against team who are right behind us in Hibernian. That should seal top 3, which I think is at least the Europa League. So Rangers, they won 4-2 against Motherwell, which is kind of expected. Okay, all to play for against Rangers then. And so our season comes down to this one match. Second versus third in the Premiership, Rangers versus Dundee United at Ibrox. And this is going to be the 11 that we're going to be sending out. Okonkwo retains his place in goal, even though Vickers, he is okay to play. He's passed the fitness test, but I think it's best going with the goalkeeper who's been playing in the last few matches. A back four of Cunningham in for the tired Lewis Strapp. Morrison, O'Connor and Curtis continue alongside him. Wintle and Mane are in the midfield, at the base of the midfield. Mane in for the not so fresh Lewis O'Donnell. Stewart on the left wing. Ovura Edwards in for the very tired Banjiki on the right hand side. Enriquez and Kenny, who have now got a good link up apparently, so they've got a fairly decent partnership. Don't know why they didn't pass to each other in the last match, but they will continue in attacking midfield and up front. They are fairly fresh, but obviously we'll have to keep an eye on that as the match goes on. Ovura Edwards, I'd rather play him ahead of Kwame Poku, who just has not looked at it in the second half of the season and is probably a player I may try and sell on this summer. I think that was the plan with him overall, especially as Banjiki was developing. But as Banjiki is now apparently the best player in this whole club, it's probably time to move Kwame on and just see who we can get as a backup to Banjiki. Because as mentioned in the last match, Banjiki is now a genuine wonder kid. Away we go then with the match against Rangers. I'm not sure really what to expect from this one. Not too much is expected from us regardless, because it's Rangers. Them and Celtic are still levels above. Although, what are you doing, man? Who is that? Ramon just ran away from the ball there. No idea why. Well done by Curtis there to keep the ball. Edwards, use some of that pace, man. But Celtic are easily now the best club in Scotland, having won the title for 5 years in a row. Ramon should have taken a touch there, but Wintle keeps the ball. Play it out to the left, please, because who is that? I forget who's there. Cunningham. Cunningham's the one who's on the overlap. Plays it in. There is Ramon, but it is just wise. Positive start after 6 minutes. But I've noticed Rangers have literally just fallen away from Celtic slightly, as there is Mane. Plays it back up to Kenny. Kenny into the middle. Oh, he should have had the shot, man. Curtis keeps the ball. Well done. Some good play there, especially from that throw-in. Cunningham over to Mane. Mane has the shot. Oh my god, did that hit the post? Okay, could you imagine if that had actually gone in? That would have been one heck of a fluke goal, and I would have absolutely loved it. Ramon plays the ball in. There is Kenny. Oh, and that's off the bar as well. We have absolutely threatened the Rangers goal in these opening 15 minutes. If only we could just turn that dominance into a goal, because it's been an absolute back and forth battle by the looks of the match stats. Rangers now have the ball, and you just fear every single time that happens, as O'Connor could have taken his time there actually. As good save by Okonkwo, and that is why I've kept him in the goal. He's been okay, he's shown a bit of form recently, so let's just give him a chance in a league game. Just see if he can stake his claim, and there he is, the big man. Absolutely coming out for that ball, absolutely gobbling it up. Exactly what you want from your sweeper keeper, to be honest with you. Okay, we have come up on half-time, and it is 0-0. A point for both of us isn't the worst thing in the world. It just means it takes the whole chasing the Champions League place right down to the very final game. Our final game is away against Motherwell. I don't know who Rangers have. I think they've played Celtic already, because imagine if their last game was against Celtic. That's just setting up for last day drama right there. But we've got to get through this game first, as Enriquez is looking very, very tired right now. So we are going to take him off. Declan Glass is going to come on, if I can find him. There we go. So there is the change there. Ramon, like I said, he's still settling in, so he's going to be hit and miss until he gets the pre-season in him at the very least. But hopefully we'll see more good from him going forward next season. Rangers down our left-hand side. My God, they just left Cunningham for dead. And that's a stupid penalty to give away for Mane. It's been a while, to be fair. It's been a while since we've given away the penalty. Of course, it had to happen in a big game. Ah, Mane. Come on, Okonkwo. The big man is ready. I said he was ready. I didn't actually think he would save it. Oh my god, Okonkwo keeps us in the hunt for a Champions League spot. I can't believe that. And they're still coming here. And it's just been cleared. Okonkwo was coming out for that, but just miscommunication. Oh my god, we just about got away with that. Mane, if I was you, literally kiss Okonkwo on the head. Give him a hug, anything, because you owe him for that. You massively... Oh, Glass did intercept, but unfortunately we couldn't quite keep the ball, as Rangers are coming forward here, and they're starting to swarm us a little bit now. That shot is just wide. We are coming up on 70 minutes, so you know what? It's time for a couple of substitutes. There's a few tired legs out there. Darnell Johnson coming on for Sam Curtis. Ryan Wintle is going to go off for O'Donnell, actually. Wait, hang on. Where is... Did I leave George Thomason out? Oh, I went through my bench as well. Right, so those are just going to be the changes that we are going to make for the moment. We'll see how things rise going into sort of the final 20 minutes. As good tackle by O'Donnell, but unfortunately, who was that? Mane was just too slow to react. Irony. He's the younger man. He should have the greater legs on him. O'Donnell's only like 20 years old, so... And surely he's offside there. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's just past the post. Okonkwo got chips there, which seems a bit cruel, in all fairness. And we have got just under 15 minutes left. Avora Edwards is going to go out to the left-hand side. Stewart is going to go off for Banshiki. We are going to give him some game time. Cunningham, you are looking very tired, and you are being beaten way too easily down the left-hand side. So, let's just go. Bring the tempo down a little bit because we are tired. And I don't know, go for it or just try and hold on to a point. To be fair, a point at Ibrox would be amazing. Although Rangers may have something to say about that. My God, they're going to make me have a heart attack in these last 10 minutes. Avora Edwards, please just get rid of that. Oh, great header on there. Who was that? Because Glass is the one with the ball. Was that Kenny with it? It was Kenny, but he couldn't quite get on the end of that cross. As our players are just looking very, very leggy now. It's very easy to tell. We do have a game. Oh my... Oh, that's so unlucky. We do have one game left in just a few days. I don't know why the last games of the season are within a few days of each other. Is there a need for that? And I think the goal is going to be given. That's the second time they've beaten us in the last few minutes this season. Okonkwo just flapped at that. That is just cruel. Come on, game. We're so close to Rangers, but we're not quite there yet. As if they make this 2-0, this is just completely unfair, and that is going to be a corner. I would say go attacking. I have put us attacking, but I don't know what we're going to get in these last few minutes. Rodriguez with the corner. Stop wasting time, man. It's alright when we do it, but not when you do it. 90 seconds left, and that's just off the bar. For God's sake, give us something, game. Come on, give us something. A little morsel. As there's less than a minute to go, this is literally the final dregs. So we may as well just cut this bit because I doubt anything's actually going to happen here. Well, it was a nice dream while it lasted. Us chasing down the Champions League places. Rangers are just wasting down the time now. Ref, can you just blow the whistle already? Thank you very much, because we weren't going to get anything from that. I hate those highlights. I really do. Yeah, I don't like what I just saw from this team. We played well, but you just can't put the chances away against the big teams. It just says that we're not ready yet. Confirmation then Rangers will finish second, so I think we'll just end up skipping that last game. Where does that leave us league table wise? In fact, we'll just have a quick look. Did Hibernian win their match? If they win, we should still be fine to finish third anyway. Right, confirmation then that we have finished third in the league. I think that's the best position we could have realistically hoped for. Second would have been absolutely nice. But if we do finish 4 points behind Rangers, that is an absolutely fantastic season. It means we're not too far from matching Rangers. It's just that they keep beating us at the very final minute, and that just says that we just get tired a lot quicker than them. But we are going to be back after that final game against Motherwell. The next episode is going to be a little bit of a transfer prep as well as the season review. It is going to be a shortened transfer window, which we will see on Monday, but Friday's episode we will hopefully be able to figure out what this squad needs in order to take it to the next level as we prepare for Europe next season. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button. As of recording this, we are very, very close to 200 subscribers. So here's hoping we can just get over the line and continue the push towards the long-term goal of 1,000 subscribers. I've got high hopes. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your support on the series so far. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.